Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm live and I just thought I would come on. I just did some filming and I thought I would come on and answer. I'm going to try to keep myself just to answer questions as you guys do come on. I won't go too deep into flow so I don't get caught up. I do want to talk a little bit about what I titled this video of until you guys come on. So let me just make my screen wide here so I can see when you do. So living from the end, a lot of you guys, as you're learning how to manifest, you might be coming into it without having actually gone through the basic fundamentals. And sometimes when we learn without a solid foundation, we approach things from a perspective of basically 3D thinking. And I'm seeing this as a pattern come up just through different comments under my videos. I see it comes up with new clients as new clients sign on with me for sessions. I can usually tell early on that a lot of times we start to talk about what law of assumption actually is. And a lot of you guys really, you've watched a lot of things, you've taken a lot of information, you've heard like how to persist, how to live from the end, that circumstances don't matter and things like that. But you actually have to apply that. It's not just it's not just like a catchphrase. You have to apply it too. So living from the end is very much, when you live from the end of something, it doesn't mean that you're being delusional. It means that you are thinking from being the version of you that is the version that you want to be. That you're truly embodying what it feels like to be the person that is in the healthy, stable, secure, loving relationship. So what would that person feel like? The feeling of security, you feel like you belong to somebody. You feel like there's always somebody who has your back. You feel like that you're not alone in life, that you and this person, like you're a solid team. You are each other's, you're each other's confidant. You're just always going to be not coaching each other, just each other's cheerleader. You're each other's biggest fans, things like that. There's a really secure, beautiful feeling of that. And I know a lot of you guys are like, well, how can I feel that if I'm not experiencing it? And you have to trust that is something, like you have to actually trust that manifesting is a real thing. You have to trust in it and know that it's not just something that some people can do. You're already doing it. You've always been manifesting. A lot of people really do have the idea of manifesting as being like, as if it's something that you suddenly like pick up and start to, use, but you're always doing it the same way that gravity is always going to be gravity, and it's always going to keep your feet on the ground. It's not like you can turn it off. And it's the same thing in terms of quantum physics and quantum mechanics. There are already always, like, every moment to moment to moment to moment, whatever your true belief system is what's holding everything in place around us. And at all given times, all infinite parallel realities are existing, and it's your continued, this is the part where if you guys are getting scared of your thoughts, it's your dominating, it's like that when you're ruminating something and you're dwelling in it and it is truly a belief in you, that is your dominant thinking, your dominant thoughts, your dominant beliefs. That's what you're going to be basically experiencing in your reality. So I wanted to mention that. I also wanted to mention that it is okay if while you're doing your inner work, it's totally okay if you wake up in the morning and you make a decision that in the morning you are going to, like every morning you can wipe the slate clean and you can make a decision that you are going to consciously drop. You are consciously dropping your limiting beliefs, and you're constantly dropping the old story. You're going to consciously drop the old story, and you're starting fresh literally every day. And you're making a decision every day that you are going to be whoever you want to be. And if anybody's on, say hi and let me know if everything is okay with the volume and stuff. So when you decide who you want to be, you decide, well, how would I feel if I was already this version of me right now? How would I think about everything in my life, all the areas that I want to be different? What would I think? What would I feel? And as you go throughout the day, you stay on your mental diet and you pay attention. If you're on autopilot, pay attention to the thoughts that come up. If they come up and they're going in opposition of what you want, instead of getting freaked out, like a lot of people get really scared over their thoughts, but then what ends up happening is you're spending all of your time being anxious because you think you're not doing things right. And you think that your negative thoughts are going to be creating. And then what's happening is you're actually manifesting from that state, which is not the state of the version of you that you want to experience. Remember, manifesting is thinking. That's all it is. And it's experiencing what it is that you're thinking, but it's your dominant thoughts. So if you are just like throwing affirmations over dominant thoughts, like if you're thinking that you want to manifest an abundant lifestyle with, forget about lifestyle, just you want to feel security. You want to have plenty of money to be able to live a life that you feel secure, that you're not going to be constantly worried about making ends meet. So you can't just say the affirmations and then not deal with, if you have an old story and an old belief that's actually running in the background, and throughout the day, like you wake up and you say some affirmations, and then throughout the day, like you're bitching and complaining, which is understandable, about bills, and you're getting unexpected things and you're freaking out. You're like, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay that? I don't have it. Those are the times where you want to have a really good, healthy mental diet, and you want to catch those limiting thoughts and fears and beliefs as they come up. And you want to say, okay, with the version of me that has more than enough money and that's secure, would I be freaking out about this? That's all. You don't have to actually, you don't have to put your head in the sand. You want to deal with what's going on in the 3D reality, because if you don't, it's going to put you in further resistance. But you just say, okay, well, if I had, and whatever, like if it's an extra 5,000 that you want in the bank, or an extra 10,000 or whatever, if I had this in the bank right now and I got this unexpected bill, how would I be feeling right now? Like maybe I wouldn't be jumping up and down in joy for this bill, but would I be freaking out? Would I be feeling like really scared? Would I be feeling insecure? And the answer is going to be no. So then you decide, well, then how would I be thinking? I would be like, okay, I got this. I'm going to pay this. I'm going to take care of this. I have more than enough money. I don't have to worry about it. That's how I started when I wanted to manifest money. Hey, Lee, how are you? Big heart back to you. When I first started manifesting money, what I would do back then, and this wasn't framework of law of attraction or law of assumption. This was like manifesting. I was just always like, I'd always be like super grateful for whether I had like $5 or $100. And I would just always like look at things and like make it a point to say like, awesome, I can afford that. Doesn't mean I have to spend the money on it, but I can afford that. I can afford that. Awesome, I can afford that. I look on a home online, realtor.com or Zillow or whatever. Awesome, I can afford that. The car that I want, I can afford that. You're welcome, Lee. And I would just always just make it a point to know anything that I looked at, I would say, I can afford it. It doesn't mean that I have to spend the money, but I can afford it. I love that I can afford it. I love that I'm so lucky. I love that I always have so much money. I love that I feel so secure. I love that life is so fun. I love that to know that all I have to do is really truly believe in something, be grateful for it, be thankful for it, live from the end of having it. And then somehow, some way, something will work out in my 3D reality, but I don't have to be watching for it. I don't have to constantly be wondering, where is it? Because when you're constantly wondering, where is it? Or saying to yourself, this isn't working, I don't know how to do this or whatever. If you come at it from that state, then you're not living from the end anymore. Living from the end is thinking from the end. It's feeling from the end, and you want to affirm from the end. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I see people are coming on, and just say hi when you've come on. Let me know where you're from. So the other thing that I want to talk about is just, I put up a post recently, and a couple people actually, hey Dharmesh, a couple of people said that they aren't quite sure how much more self-love they can give themselves, which I totally get where you're coming from. but you know, I don't know. I just made a video. I'm going to be posting it soon. I made two videos. One is a long 25-minute video where I told a few stories of like in the beginning of how I basically manifested a lot of really amazing, cool things with my business. But it's not just like a video for manifesting money or business. It's a video on how to manifest, because when we learn how to manifest one thing, we can copy and paste that entire technique, whatever worked for us, onto everything in our life. Okay. So Dharmesh, miracles happening. Yay. I love miracles. I am literally watching Bridge of Events and seeing massive movement with my own eyes. Never expected this kind of movement. Yay, Dharmesh. I love that. I love that. I love it. Keep enjoying that and keep just feeling, I feel all that with you. That's amazing. Rosen, hi from Northern Ireland. Hi. Snehal, hey, you're from India. Thank you, Snehal. Thank you for saying hi. Maha or Maja, hello from Slovene. Hello. Truth be told, have you ever heard of Dark Night of the Soul? Oh God, yes. Oh my goodness. I've been through a couple, what feels like a couple dark nights of the soul. I just went through a little bit of a dark night of the soul in my life, not too long ago, a matter of, I don't know how many months ago. Time is a little blurry for me, but yeah, you'll get through it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You just think of it this way. You're just being refined. You're being put through that furnace of affliction, as it's said in the Bible, Romans. I'm not sure which one it is. Sorry, I have my Bible with me, but it would be too long for me to get through it to find the passage. But just trust in God and keep loving yourself. You will get through it. Trust, surrender. That's how I got through my dark night of the soul. Just constantly trusting, knowing how much you're loved. You are completely and perfectly, fearfully, wonderfully made. You're perfect exactly how you are. Everything is just happening just to refine you. It's not happening to you. It is happening for you. Okay. So, baby beluga whale. Where are you from? One thing I don't get is, if I was the person who had XYZ, I wouldn't be actively thinking about it. Not true. And I'll explain this. It would be a natural part of my life. So how would I think as if in that natural way? Okay. You have to convince yourself of it first. You have to deprogram yourself of all of the thoughts that are telling you you're not that yet. Just don't question things like that, because that's when you're getting, and I get it. I totally get it. I did this too when I was first manifesting. I was like, well, if I was wealthy, like I wouldn't be thinking, just trust me, just surrender to it, give into it. You want to basically, okay, a lot of people like, I don't want to be delusional, but here's the truth. I think the world is delusional. Everybody is deluded completely if they think that they are not worthy of having all of the money that they desire to have. And I don't mean that in a like kind of greedy way, but money isn't an evil thing. Money is a magnifier. And if you were a jerk before you had the money, you're going to be a bigger jerk. But if you were generous and kind before you had the money, then you're going to be more generous and kind. So it's just a magnifier. The reason I'm saying this is that when I first started wanting to manifest money, I had to continue to convince myself that I could afford anything, that I was secure, that this and that. So let yourself become delusional in a way that works for you, instead of being delusional to think that money is hard, or that money is scarce, or money is hard to get, or that you don't deserve money, or you're not worthy. And you can, again, when you learn how to manifest one thing, you can copy and paste whatever works for you specifically onto every area of your life. It's not any different with anything. It's always the same, because manifesting is all about you becoming the best version of you, shifting into that best version of you, living from the end of feeling, thinking, affirming from that version of you. And then you're not changing. You're not waiting for 3D to conform to you. You are conforming. And then the reflection will reflect you back to you. Okay. So just baby beluga whale, just surrender to the process, do it, do the work, and persist, and let go of the logical mind of, well, if I had this, I wouldn't be doing this. If I had this, let it go and just trust in the process, because me, along with other YouTube coaches wouldn't say this unless it was true. I know a lot of YouTube coaches aren't real true coaches. There are some gems out there. I'm one of them, thank you. But there's a lot of information that you guys are consuming. So just get out of your head, and take the truth, and you can extract the truth. What is the truth? Well, we all know that persisting is important, that circumstances don't matter, that living from the end is key, that becoming the version of you is key, that letting the old story die and replacing it over and over and over again, ruminating and dwelling in the new story is key. So that's kind of the essence of it. And that, again, I think I may have said this already today in the live, manifesting, in case you're new, manifesting is thinking and experiencing what it is that you think. So if you're thinking lousy thoughts, then you're going to get lousy experiences. If you're thinking loving thoughts, you're going to get loving experiences. So think lovingly, think feelingly on every single layer of life. Okay. If you literally condensed it down to just that and just stayed on a mental diet all day and just like thought lovingly happy thoughts about every area of your life, you wouldn't need to watch one more YouTube video. Okay. Anyway, also, by the way, guys, thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up if you like my content and if you love my message, because it really does. I kind of took for granted. It really does make a huge difference. And for that matter, thumbs up to all YouTubers that you really, when you give YouTubers thumbs up and when you subscribe, especially when you subscribe to people's channels, you're basically giving them a vote for success. If you just watch the videos and you don't hit the thumbs up, and this is for every channel that you really, really love and you want to see the person succeed. If you don't do those things, it makes it harder for the creator to basically grow. It takes a longer process. And of course, everybody can affirm to grow and this and that, but it's very nice of you guys, especially when people are sharing, like I'm sharing gifts with you. And so I would really appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. If you want to subscribe, that would be amazing. Thumbs up, guys are looking for coaching, the link I always put in the description box below. It's super, super, super easy. Click on the link, book it online, email me your old story. I'll reply back with my first available. We can get to work right away on basically shifting you and how you see others and your life. And that's it. It's a really simple process. Okay, so and I also like to mention, because it's kind of this is the only way that I can mention it. If financing is an issue, and obviously don't affirm financing is an issue for you if it's not an issue, but if you want coaching and, right now, all of your abundance hasn't come in yet, email me at kim@coreunion.com. Let me know that you're emailing me about my sliding scale fee. And then I can work with you. And if we can come up with something that works for both of us, I'd be happy to help. If we can't, we can't, but it's worth a shot. I do ask, though, that you really understand the fundamentals of law of assumption, so that the time that we're focusing on is going to be on basically dismantling your old story so we can get to work on recreating for you. So truth be told, I think I'm going through it. Yeah, the dark night of the soul. And it happened right when I saw my SP. Okay, so it sounds like what happened was you were triggered, maybe? It's so scary. I feel like I'm crazy. You're not. It sounds like you were just like super triggered and went into a spiral. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's okay. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. We all get through it. It'll be fine. Just keep being in love with yourself, meaning and like keep loving yourself, stay super grateful, stay very clear on what it is that you want. Big thing, guys, is that it's a key, like that you actually know that this is all like, this is how life works. This is just how life works. Okay. So whether you know it or not, it's how life works. Like life is just a reflection of us. If you guys saw my post from a couple days ago, there's this famous, you guys have heard the analogy of like, life is a mirror, but we've heard that like, if you don't like how you see when you look in the physical mirror, like in your bathroom or whatever, you don't try to fix your hair by like doing something in the mirror. You fix your hair and then you see a different reflection. I just put up a post the other day that I thought was pretty good. If you guys look back on my timeline or whatever, or your timeline, just how it's more like a costume. Like, it's like if you had a costume on and people were kind of looking at you strange and treating you differently if you weren't actually being your true self. And then you looked in the mirror and you realized, oh my God, I'm wearing this costume. I don't like this costume. And you were triggered, you were scared. You wouldn't break the mirror. You would take the costume off and you would take all the layers off and you would be, this is me now. And you would look at yourself and then you would like the reflection of what you see. It's like that. You just like kind of dismantle the old version of you and stop depending on the conditioning, which is, it's normal and natural for us to, like, we're conditioned to believe our five senses, but, you want to pretty much, you want to create new habits of not depending on your senses anymore to see your new reflection. Okay, so let's see. Snehal, how to affirm from the end and why does it actually mean to live from the end? What is self-concept? So the best way to learn these things is to go straight to Neville, not necessarily to YouTube teachers or coaches teaching Neville, because sometimes people might teach from their perspective only. But basically, in a nutshell, living from the end is when you think from and feel from being the version of you that has XYZ, whatever it is. So you would think very differently about having plenty of money. Like if you're living from the end of having an awesome career that pays you, $150,000 a year, you would have there would be a very specific, distinct feeling about that, right? If you are currently not there, but you're affirming for that, and that's what you want to manifest in your life, but you get an unexpected bill in, and you freak out because you only have $50 in the bank. I get it. I've been there. I talk the talk and I walk the walk. I've been in like a lot of situations where I've manifested, huge sums of money. And the way I did it was I didn't depend on my conditioning and what was happening in the 3D. I just kept living from the end. So that's what that means is, so how you affirm from being in the end is when you wake up in the morning, just as an example, you wake up in the morning and you decide, I'm wiping the slate clean. I'm literally dropping all memories, all beliefs of what happened yesterday and on. I'm like literally just dropping it all. And I'm going to decide right now who I am, okay? I'm deciding right now who I am. So you're going to think from that version of you. So then you go into some deep breathing, go into your inner work, say some affirmations around whatever the subject is. And then throughout the day, you think from the end. So what that means is you just put yourself like, what would it be like if this and that happened in my reality, but I was this version of me? How would I internally react to whatever this is? Like, how would I be feeling about this? And then just go through the motions of the 3D reality, dealing with what you have to. You can do it in a mechanical way, handle whatever you have to handle, pay the bills you have to pay, but feel good about it. Like, okay, yeah, I got this unexpected bill. It sucks. Even if I had $5 million in the bank, I don't care. I don't want to waste even $150. Who wants to waste money? So, you can think of it like, oh, it's annoying, but really, would it be a big deal? No. So handle it and then just stay living from the end, thinking from the end, feeling from the end, and affirming from the end. So when you affirm from the end, it's that you get yourself in that feeling state before you do your inner work. And then you go ahead and you say your affirmations and stuff. So, and then what else did you say? What is self-concept? Self-concept is how you, number one, the most important thing with self-concept is that you know that you actually were created in God's image to create in your life. So that's like the number one pillar of self-concept. But then self-concept is that if you could decide to be whoever it is that you want to be in loving relationships, in platonic relationships, as how do you want to be valued? How do you want people to treat you? How do you see yourself in the world? And how do you see others seeing you on every single layer? That's your self-concept, okay? And yeah, I think that answered all your questions. Maha, how to not react on teenagers' behavior. This is actually a good one. In the 3D, you want to, let's say you wake up in the morning and you tap into God and stuff and all that stuff, and you give thanks for being alive and all the stuff, all the blessings. Like, we have so many miracles before we even get out of bed that we should be grateful for. But after you do that, I would say some affirmations. Like, I would literally bring my kids into my mind and I would see them being so like respectful and doing all the things like acting, behaving exactly how I would want them to behave, I would literally I would probably come up with like a few very fast imaginal acts of things that if they were to say this and do this, how would that be, if that would be like, this is a perfect example. If they were behaving perfectly, how I want them to behave. These are things that would happen. Come up with those imaginal acts. So do the inner work first in the morning, and throughout the day, if they do something that is the opposite and you're still seeing that it hasn't worked yet, you just do what you have to do in the 3D, reprimand them as you have to, handle it as you have to, but in your mind, just say to yourself, I know that this is working. I know that this is shifting. I'm going to get the best version of them. I'm going to see the change. It's happening now. It's happening now. And just know that it's happening now, and just trust that somehow they're going to be touched. They're going to be like, God is going to come in and show them things, is going to work, and, basically maybe give them different thoughts of how much they should appreciate you, all that you've done for them, this and that. So basically that's how you handle any kind of behavior. Just see them as being awesome. See them as being like, oh, thank you. Like, oh, thank you. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are doing so good. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for respecting me. I appreciate how you appreciate me so much. Like, that's the kind of energy you want to be in. That's the kind of state of mind you want to be in. So Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine. Hi, Kim. It's been a while since I commented on your videos, but I want you to know I don't miss a single video of yours. It's as amazing as you. You rock. You're the sweetest thing, Sunshine. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I love that. Susie J, what's the best way to ignore the 3D and undesired circumstances and still live in the end? That's how. You just answered your question. You ignore the 3D circumstances and undesired circumstances by living from the end of the wish fulfilled. That's exactly how. Like, it's like you just like, okay, I don't like this, it's happening, but I know it's about to change. I know that because I trust in myself and I trust in God and I understand how this works now. I understand how life works now. This is just temporary, and it's literally changing as we speak. Everything that has to happen is happening, and I don't have to do anything because God is omnipresent. God is works through everybody. And I know that everything is literally shifting and turning around now as we speak. It's all happening. It's all done. I don't have to do anything, and just stay in that and don't react. It's when we react to the 3D, and it's when we don't see it changing, and then we say, oh, it's not changing. It's not changing. And then we get afraid of our thoughts, and then we're like, oh, I'm messing this up. That's the stuff. That's like the stuff that actually causes the delay. So it literally causes exactly what you don't want. It's when you go into that kind of stuff. Let's see. Lee, I love all your hard work. Oh, thank you. You're the sweetest thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Like, I really value you. If it wasn't for you guys, I mean, I wouldn't even be able to do this work, right? I really do appreciate you guys so much. Truth be told, it's like when I saw her, it brought up so many insecurities. So you want to look at those and disconnect those insecurities from her. I didn't even know I had. I get it. I totally get it. So when I was hit with the deepest love I ever felt in my life, same thing. It's like, I thought that I had everything, like, I'm good, I'm healed, I know this and that. And like, all that went out the window when I felt the deepest love that I hadn't felt yet in my life. I was getting triggered left and right. And I was like, why is this happening to me? Like, why? The person scared the living bejesus out of me, but it wasn't them. It was my fear of being loved. And so I had to look at that. I had to look at and know this had nothing to do with them. This is all, this part is my stuff. And this is the part I need to clean up, and I need to take care of it. And I need to clean my filter, so I stop projecting that stuff off of the people in my life. And so I can then see, and I can allow them to be who they are, instead of seeing them as being, like, a common thing that happens in relationships is that we were hurt like really bad, by things that happened when we were growing up. And we didn't realize that we were taking all those things along with us. And we didn't realize that we were, kind of projecting that stuff onto people. And then as we get older, we've done a lot of inner work already, but then we meet somebody, and that somebody really gets us, that really somebody that taps into us, and we end up like, how can I put it? It's like they tap into, they know your thoughts. They know exactly, like, it's like they say and do all of the things that are like, wow, like nobody has ever hit me at this deep level before. Like it's beyond words. And then you feel that love and you get so excited about it. And you're like, finally, I can finally be happy. I can finally feel free. I can finally be content. Oh my God, I'm actually going to be happy in my life. And then, wow, then so many things that you didn't know happen. And then suddenly the things that happened to you from your ex, like, for example, if you were betrayed, now this person who's like just loving you so much and just giving you so much of them, their true self, and just like really like their love is so pure and so genuine, and they're giving you like all of them, their whole heart, and you see it and you love it and it makes you feel amazing, it makes you feel alive. But then that part of you that's so afraid, that was really hurt, takes you over, and it's like it's suddenly you see this person who's like your pure angel. And they are like, they're your pure angel. They're meant for you. They're meant for you to enjoy love together, to enjoy this life together, right? Suddenly your angel becomes like evil. And suddenly they are like, all of your insecurities come up and it's their fault and they did this and they did that, but it was just your stuff and you put it on them. So I get it. Anyway, Royal Regal, glad you agree bills are a waste of money. Well, okay. Unexpected bills are a pain in the ass. But when I pay my bills now, I make sure that whether and this comes from billionaire Ken Honda, he is one of Japan's wealthiest people, Ken Honda. He has a thing I think called Happy Money. I never read the book or anything, but I've always incorporated this little thing, and it really does work. If I spend $1 or $5 or $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, whatever amount it is, paying, utilities, whatever, house payment, rent, mortgage payment, whatever you're paying, thank the money. Thank you, money. Thank you, money. Thank you, money. Like, be best friends with the money. I'm not saying, by the way, so every time I talk about money, I feel the need, like I say this, like, keep in mind, money is not, and I said this in this video, but I see some people come and go. So in case you're just coming on right now, money is not the root of all evil. Okay. Money is a magnifier. So if you were kind and generous before you had the money, you're going to be even more kind and generous. If you were a happy person, you're probably going to be even a little more happy. If you were, not to put all of your happiness, by the way, on anything outside of you, that's a key. If you were a jerk, you're going to be a bigger jerk. If you were evil, you're going to be super evil. Okay. So that's just, money is just, but as much as like, yeah, it's a waste of money, but like when you pay like food for groceries, be super grateful for the money. Thank you for feeding me. Thank you for, even though it's God feeding you, but it's giving you the abundance, the money to spend on the groceries. But, pay the electrical bill, be grateful. Thank you so much for electricity. It's awesome. Thank you, money, for giving me electricity. I'm super grateful for you. I love you. Bring back all of your friends. Okay, so Snehal, thank you for answering the questions. You're welcome. God bless you too. Thank you, Snehal. I was manifesting my fiance back, but all of a sudden someone from nowhere comes to my life and I'm feeling like there's some deep connection. Go with the deep connection, Preet. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the deep connection. Don't be confused. Go with it. Be happy. The biggest thing is that you allow yourself to be loved. Let go of everything else. If you have a deep connection, it's with someone you weren't expecting to have it with. Go with it. Just be happy. Okay. Royal Regal, I love you in this space. Thank you. Very calming. Thank you. It might also be because I only slept about 3 or 4 hours, so I am sleepy. But thank you. Why you got to read me like a book? I know, right? Um, happy money. I love that. Thank you. Yeah. Happy money is a good thing. So start saying like all your money is happy. Your money goes out, but then it goes out and says, hey, I love her. You're going to love her too. Come on, let's go back and hang out with her. And it's going to bring all of its friends to you. And you guys might be like, that's really stupid. That's like really silly. But like, think about it. Like if you guys ever watch Shark Tank, the sharks, whatever, like, I don't remember. What is the bald guy's name? I don't know. Anyway, even though he acts like a jerk, he's actually a really kind and nice guy. But he always talks about money like that. Like money, it's all his friends. And he likes to keep his friends and he likes to send his friends off. And then all of his friends bring all of their friends. And then they're just a whole bunch of happy little friends, right? So you want to see play with money like that. Money is not an evil thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a scarce thing. It is your friend and it loves you. Maha, I, beautiful soul. If you're saying that you're a beautiful soul, yes, you are. Of course you are. I need water. Hold on. Yeah, so nobody's asking questions right now. So I'll just tell you like a quick little, I don't know why I manifested this and I'm not going to get caught up in it. That's the other thing I want to say. So I'm going to tell you this really quick, but don't get caught up so much in your heads. Like a lot of things that comes up when people first start learning. So it's happened with new clients when they first start working with me, and then subscribers, I see it come up that like they're like so hyper vigilant of like this happened in their life. They're like, how did I manifest that? Why did I manifest that? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Stop. Just get out of your heads. Don't worry so much. Instead, just see it as, okay, oh, that happened. I don't like that. So what do I want? This. Okay, let me just stay focused on this and let this go. Let it stay in the past. Don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep worrying about it. It doesn't matter. It's like, oops, no biggie. Okay, I don't know how I created that, but how I feel on the subject now is X, Y, and Z, and then just stay there. So, why I brought that up is so someone who means like the world to me basically helped me months ago. I was having problems sleeping and I was always taking medication to sleep. And she was like, it's like really better for you if you get on something natural. So she, suggested that I start taking a light amount of melatonin and CBD. So I started taking CBD and I'm super sensitive. So I was sleeping like a baby and it was magical. It was a miracle. And then over the past month, I started noticing taking the same CBD that I wasn't sleeping as well. And then the next day I was having these weird reactions. Like I was just having these weird emotional kind of feelings. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Long story short, I, paying attention to what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. And it all came down because I eat so clean. So it all came down to my CBD. So I emailed them and sure enough, they said, right around the time, so a month prior, right around the time when I started noticing I couldn't sleep as much, I was having these weird reactions, mental, stuff. They said that they added CBN to it. And I was like, well, you shouldn't do that without telling people, like that's wrong. And so, and now I've been on trying basically different companies with their CBD stuff. So I could have really got caught up. I could see a lot of you guys, and don't take this personally, but this is just what I see. And this is how you get in your own way with it. I'm not like bogging down my brain. Like, what does this mean? Like, what does this mean about me and how I feel about companies or how I feel about CBD or how I feel about this? I'm not wasting my time or energy worrying about why did I experience this thing that could be perceived as being really, really messed up, that I basically was ingesting something without my knowledge and it had a bad effect on my health, right? Not my health, but my sleep. I'm not going to waste my time and energy. I'm just going to find the stuff that works and take it and sleep like a baby, but hasn't kicked in yet. So I'm tired. Anyway, long story short, that's why I'm super tired. And that's another example of how don't like, just like handle it like I just handled that. Like, I'm not going to get caught up in how I experienced it. I don't feel like a victim because of it. It is what it is. And I'm just going to stay focused on the things that I love and my life how I want it to be. And that's it. Sunshine, very true. We should allow ourselves to be loved because we're worth it. Yes, we are. And yes, you are. And every single one of you guys. And in case you're new on this live right now, please give the video a thumbs up if you love my content. And if you want to help share my message around the world. I love that my clients are all from all around the world. It's such an amazing, incredible feeling to be like an international coach, which I know everybody on YouTube is, but I love it. It's just like amazing. And also, so the two ways that you help YouTube channels grow, it's like you're voting for them to grow, is when you subscribe. That's the best way to support me. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It's just, it's amazing like what a difference it makes with our channels. Any YouTuber that you really like, subscribe to their channel. Don't just watch the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you like their message. It's very important. And also thumbs up the videos, the content when you like it, because it makes such a difference. So please thumbs up. Okay. Brandy, you finally made it live. Yay. Okay. Truth be told, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm experiencing. Okay. So when we were talking about Dark Night of the Soul, that all of your insecurities came up, I need to schedule a coaching session with you. Then let's go. Come on, let's do this. Just do it. Just literally do it. Go to the website, coreunion.com, click on book your one-on-one, pick what you want, and then email me your old story, and then we get right to work. Free. Thank you, Kim. Oh, you're welcome. Kisses back to you. Thank you. Clarice, you're laughing. How do you feel deeply about CBD? Yeah, I know, right? Hi, Kim, just entered, but already laughing. Thank you. I always love your posts, by the way. You have really, really good energy. Brandy, yes, I'm grateful that you made it. Hocus Pocus Focus, love your content. I love you too. So thumbs up the video if you love the content. Dia, hey, Kim. Hi, how are you? Wow, this is really like, this is good for, what is today anyway? I'm so tired. What is the day today? I got to be careful not to like cut this short like I did on you guys before. Wow, it's Monday. I didn't even realize it was Monday. This is horrible. I need sleep, guys. I need sleep tonight. Anyway. All right, a few more questions. I see that more and more people are coming on. So come on, let's get some questions going. Take advantage while you got me, guys. Because then I have to do some just household. I got to do some chores. I want to do some cleaning. I want to play with my babies too. Could you do a video about your daily routine? I thought about that. Yeah, I probably will. I've thought about doing that, and how personal do I actually want to get? You know, it's funny, as I grow, there's so many things that I want to share with you guys. And I have tried, like, there's specific techniques that I've been doing for years that really, really, really work. And I have created videos and filmed videos probably for the past several months. And I am so in my way about it. I don't know why, but I'm getting shy with certain things, and I shouldn't, because I know it will help some of you guys. I just know that some of you guys are going to be like, what? But you know, I mean, I learned very organically and naturally how to manifest, and I incorporate all of my feelings and my senses with it, my emotions. I use music a lot, and it's not kind of the music that you would expect. And so, like, I want to share what my morning routine is, and I want to get very personal with you guys, but sometimes I think I'm going to wait until I've grown a little bit more. And I don't know, like, I'm just like, these are the things that I need to look at, and I need to kind of overcome my little shyness about it and stuff. But, you know, I also was thinking, and actually, like, somebody who like means the world to me, I was just talking to them yesterday, and you know, we were talking about, she was giving me really like awesome, amazing information on, like, I want to do group coaching. And you know, I'm not quite sure how to do that either. If some of you guys have ideas about that, by all means, share it with me, like email me. Because some of you guys may have done group coaching with other channels. Maybe you can enlighten me and help me. Email me at kim@coreunion.com if you have ideas of different courses that you would like me to do on live streams, or just like, you know, we can just do it with a small group, like of maybe 10 people of like maybe $49 each or something. Like, we can do stuff like that. So anyway, I will, back to Miss S. I will figure out a way to share my routine, but to truly share my routine, that means that I share things that it would be very vulnerable for me to share it with you guys, but I'll get out of my own way with it, and I'll let myself be vulnerable with you guys to help you guys. Yes, I will. Clarice, thank you, Kim. You're welcome. I also love your energy. Thank you. Today is SP's birthday. Awesome. Did you wish them a happy birthday? I wished him with much love. Happy birthday. Yes. Awesome. I'm glad you did that. That's great. That's great. Jonathan, I wish I made this sooner, but looking forward to recap. Yeah, definitely. And I'll see you tomorrow anyway. Miss S, and could you do a morning meditation, gratitude, connecting with God? Yeah, I do. For the most part, I'm pretty consistent every morning with my, like what I do. But if I wake up, it kind of depends on how I wake up, which kind of depends on how I went to sleep and things like that. So sometimes the morning routine, for the most part, it's pretty consistent, but sometimes the morning routine may look different on some mornings than others. But the things that are always there are giving thanks for life, giving thanks to God. I do it through Jesus Christ because I love Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is literally, and it's not from a religious, I'm not a religious person at all, but Jesus Christ is like my best friend and is my role model. Like, I want to love unconditionally everyone, and I want to forgive all. So anyway, but it's not in a religious way. So my morning has to do with like kind of tapping into that love that's within me. I let that love work through me. And then I go into like all the things that I'm so blessed, so grateful for having in my life. I like to keep all of those things in the forefront of my mind all day. And I really take a lot in, like, then I go into my inner work of like loving myself, loving all the value that I put into the world, really appreciating who I am as a human being, my values, my core values. Like really, like, what do I bring to the table? What kind of value am I putting into the world, in a relationship, in a friendship? What kind of friend am I? What kind of a friend am I? I'm like a really, really very good, loving, understanding, compassionate, giving, generous friend. What kind of a daughter am I? That's a soft spot for me. My mom, and she watches all my videos. She might be watching right now. And if you are, mommy, I love you so much. Thank you so much. But I'm going to be the best daughter that I can be for her. And she's the best mother that she is for me, as a partner in a relationship. I'm going to be the best partner. I'm going to do everything I can, although I've made some mistakes, but I'm going to be the best listener. I'm going to be the best communicator. I'm going to be the best partner. I'm going to be the cheerleader. I'm going to be the consoler. I'm going to be the nurturer. I'm going to be, I enjoy my life. Like, if I'm alone, I'm okay because I love who I am. And it's like, I love my own company, and I know that I'm fun to be around. So if then I'm sharing my life with someone else, I know that they are going to love being near me and love our company. And we're going to enjoy each other, and we're going to feel blessed for each other. And we're going to like just find bliss in the simplest things in life, like just like sitting next to each other. I always like drinking a cup of tea with each other, drinking a cup of coffee with each other, watching TV together, snuggling, just hugging, just doing very kind of nurturing and almost innocent things, to me is such a special way to share love with another person, right? And so anyway, I go into like that kind of self-love of like how amazing I am as, I want to be the best teacher that there is of this. I want to be the best coach. I want to be the best student. I want to be the best version of me in every area of my life. And I trust that I am, and I value myself for that. And I see that in myself. And then that all gets reflected back to me from everybody in my reality, because I'm really, truly loving and appreciating myself. And I'm not seeking, by the way, here's a big thing. This is where a lot of you guys get caught up. I'm not seeking validation of those things through the relationships. I'm not seeking to know that I'm a good partner, I'm a good lover, I'm a good cook, I'm a good wife, I'm a good friend, I'm a good daughter. I don't seek outside of me. Like, I don't need to. So I don't feel the need to do things to prove myself. I have, don't get me wrong, but now in life, I don't feel the need to do things to get approval from people, to get validated. All of my validation comes from myself and from God, because God created me perfect, exactly how I am. I'm not saying that I'm perfect in my thinking. I'm not saying that I don't spiral myself, and I'm not saying that I'm not manifesting things that I don't like in my life. I'm just saying that I'm very clear on that is part of my daily morning routine, and my daily, all throughout the day, I am staying very strict on my mental diet. I don't question things. I don't allow limiting fears or worries or doubts even take root in my mind. Been doing this for so many years. I don't let it happen. And if I do catch myself in some sort of a spiral, I pull myself right out. How do I do that? There are a lot of tools you can do. And if you need help with this, by the way, get coaching. But I'll do everything from just like stopping to breathe and remind myself, where am I? I'm in my reality. Who am I? Remind myself, who am I? And that everything is just reflecting me back to me. So, okay. I don't need to take this so seriously, like right now. Like, this is just like, this is just a reflection showing me something that I believe. So do I want this anymore? Yes or no? If I want more of that, I'm going to vote for it I'm going to stay in this. I'm going to ruminate in this, and I'm going to dwell in it. I'm going to live from here. I'm going to think from here, and I'm going to, this is going to be my dominant thinking. If I don't like that, then I'm going to think the opposite of it. I'm going to decide that this isn't for me anymore. This is an old version of me. This is an old reflection. I see it. I may not like it. I'm not going to get too caught up in it. I'm going to stop, remind myself everything, and get right back into my end of what I want. Right? So let's see. So I hope that helped with that kind of my morning routine. And then I stay on a mental diet all day, like I said. And then I do and by the way, I love my inner work. Some of you guys are like, oh, the inner work is hard. It's only hard if you're going through that place of not actually trusting it, and that maybe you're wrestling with your old beliefs. That's normal. That'll happen, and it might feel draining. But eventually, if you stop getting in your own way and getting so sucked into the 3D, I want to talk about this for a second, then you'll enjoy your inner work. I love my inner work. I have the best. I love it. I love it. It's the best part of my day. And so stay on your mental diet. And I also, again, I take bliss in looking at my dogs, like cuddling with them and holding like little Bella and Felix. Felix doesn't let me hold him as much, but he loves it. But it's Bella. Bella is like my little soul dog, you know? And so like, oh, I'm so grateful for her. I have so much fun. I literally can just look at her and just have so much enjoyment out of that. But everything in my environment, I like to keep everything I love design. I love to make little creative little moments that I just really appreciate. And I love to stay, I keep all of my things nice. I appreciate everything that I own. Yeah. And I love everything. I love the smell of the air. I love nature. I love looking at the sky. I love like watching the sun come up if I catch it. I love looking at the stars, like just things that I don't take anything for granted. Basically, I try not to. And Miss S said, yeah, I want to be like that as well. Then don't say you want to be like that. Be like that. Make the decision to be like that, and then you will be that, right? Brandy, yes, same here. I love that. Good. Miss S, yesterday, a woman I spoke for the first time. What? Hold on. Yesterday, a woman I spoke with for the first time with said, I am like a, oh, I missed it. Hold on. I'm like a long lost friend. That's sweet. That's a nice reflection. That's really nice. That's a nice connection. Ray Light, I have never really felt affection or given it. Can you explain how that looks like? For me to imagine my partner and I to be like that, is affection more physically? No, some people, so how I give and receive affection might be totally completely different than you. I'm like ridiculously affectionate. I love giving affection. I love receiving affection. I'm just a very affectionate person. So we would have to, we can have another session or whatever, but we would have to like really get into what it looks like for you and what comes natural for you, because some people aren't that affectionate physically, and they might be more emotionally, energetically affectionate. So we would just have to I would have to see where you're at with that. It's hard to tell. I'd have to ask you some questions. Maria Elena, that is amazing. You are inspiring. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm inspiring. That's good. Miss S, thank you. Very helpful and inspiring. Good. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. Hocus Pocus Focus. I love your name. I take bliss in my cats. They are always boosting love energy. There you go. See, that is so like, that's such a, it's such a joy to be able to just find those beautiful, blissful moments in the simplest of things. How do you balance your contact with people in your life you are manifesting new dynamics with? Do you share what you are manifesting? No, that's a private thing between you and God, period. That's between you and God. Keep it there. Just keep it there. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. You'll thank me. Hocus Pocus Focus again. I am focusing on the new story, doing the inner work. Good. I tend to withdraw a lot. Cancer. I'm a Cancer too, you know that. I find it hard to stay in the new story and maintain contact with people I care about. You find it hard to stay in the new story and maintain contact with people I care about. Well, I'm not sure why. Maybe let's dig into that a little bit. Ray Light, yeah, I miss your face. He probably going to talk to you soon. Definitely. Anytime. I'm here. All right, guys. I just feel like I'm starting to like really run out of energy, and I have a busy week ahead with sessions, so I need to keep myself. Yeah, I'm like losing my energy mentally. So I have to rest before my sessions starting tomorrow. I see that some of you guys are coming on for the first time. So please thumbs up the video. It's the best way to support me content. If you like my message, if you care about me, thumbs up the video and absolutely subscribe. It's the best way that you can support my channel. It's like voting, and that's for all channels and all the YouTubers that you like. Thumbs up the videos when you like them. Always remember to, and subscribe to all the channels that you actually like and that you want to see grow. I wouldn't like, I used to not ask for it. But when I see like the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are actually watching my videos, when I look at the analytics compared to the people that are subscribed, it makes sense why I should ask you guys to actually subscribe. It's like you're voting for me basically to be able to continue to grow. So thank you if you would do that. I appreciate it. Lee, thanks, Kim. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, I appreciate you too. I really, really, really do. Again, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, right? Since time does not exist. What did I miss? Dia, that I don't know what that was. I'm going back to see what you said previously. Not sure what that train of thought was, so I apologize, but there's too many questions for me to find it now. Sorry. Do you believe we can change the past? I don't get into that really. I have, in the way of like, for example, I have done revision of things that happened to me. Let's see, I want to be really clear when I say this. I have done revision of sad, painful experiences that I had with other people in my life. I've also done revision for other people, like when other people have shared very painful things with me about something that happened to them. For example, like if when they were a kid or something, I will go into meditation and I will bring kind of what I see in my mind as the experience they shared with me. And I will step in there to protect them. And I'll kind of revise the situation. And I'll do that with myself too. But do I then go and like get in my head about, I just changed the past, how will this affect my future? No, I don't. I literally just go into the energy of healing. And I know that when I do that work, it's healing. So that's how I look at it. So it's a little like, I don't get stuck in like thinking about it too much. I don't get in my head logically about anything with manifesting. And that's what part of my message is constant with you guys. Get out of your head, get out of your head. Analytical thinking can kill manifesting, because it's constantly like you're constantly trying to figure stuff out and it's not logical. You have to suspend logic. Okay. It's a new way of thinking. It's a new way of being. Oh, Brandy, you're leaving. Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Kisses back to you. Hearts. Thank you for stopping in. See you again soon. Lee, thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Have a beautiful day. You too. Bye. Love from Kenya. Thank you. Jonathan, what's the most powerful shift you encountered to stay consistent in your end and waver less? We'll go over that when we talk. Just daily practice, deciding who you are, or other profound moments that helped you switch. There's so much, Jonathan. It's really trust. And it's really stopping. The biggest shift that you can do is stopping, like really understanding what all of this truly is, and stopping the need for validation of what's in your heart in your 3D. When you stop that and you just trust, and you get out of your head and you get into your heart and you trust completely, you surrender to it, that's what will make the biggest shift for you. That's it. Like, you stop looking outside of you for any validation. You give yourself all of the validation you need. If you have time, energy to reply. Well, I replied, so there you go. Miss S, believe me, I saw Dylan James and another channel growing so quickly from around 4,000 followers. Yeah. So, and to be fair, I don't ever like affirm for it, and maybe I should affirm for it more, but I am like, I'm affirming for the bigger things that I want in my life. So anyway, yes, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thank you. And I will be asking you that all the time from now on now that I see how important it is. Brandy, I thought you were leaving. That's why you were saying bye. I am going to leave, but now I keep rolling. More questions keep rolling in. That's amazing. Thank you. From Jonathan. Heart. Thank you. Heart back to you. Okay, guys. Okay, now I am going to go because I'm feeling like literally like, oh my God, I could literally pass out. Wouldn't that be funny if I literally passed out on live with you guys right now? Tell me that wouldn't be hilarious. It would be so bad. So funny. Okay. I love you guys. I'll be putting up a video sometime today if I do have enough energy to edit it. I did 2 new videos today. One is a 25-minute long video on a couple things of how I manifested things when I first started my retail business. Again, even though it's not SP related, I know everybody wants SP related, but manifesting is the same with everything. So when you learn in one area, you just copy and paste it in everything else. It's always the same. Thank you all. Hearts back to you, Brandy. So the video I have coming out, I would definitely watch that because it's very powerful. And I have to say, I think I did 25 minutes straight and I didn't have to edit anything. I just added some of my, graphics and stuff, and I've already have it uploading. I'll be watching it soon and I'll be releasing it later on today if I like how it came out. And then I have another video based on the post. Much love to you too, Hocus Pocus. Thank you, Miss F, for the, thank you for the big heart. Thank you, Lee. Have an amazing day. The other video that I'm getting ready to put out is going to be some self-love affirmations, not in really meditation form, although I wanted to. And I'm just reiterating a post that I just put up of how take the costume off every day. If you don't like how your reflection is, okay, take the costume off and just be your true authentic self. So with all that, guys, I really, really, really do appreciate you guys so much. I love you and have an amazing day. I will talk to you soon, and I'll come back on live, some